Hey guys, welcome to EduTap. I hope each of you is happy, healthy, and fine and taking very good care of yourself. I'm your mentor Veer, and I welcome you all in lecture 8 on reports and indices. So, without wasting any time, let's get started. Guys, if you are new here, please subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can find the daily updated videos regarding the exams that we are covering up. Moreover, guys, if you want to download the PDF of those videos as well as this particular video, you can check out our Telegram group, the link of which you can find in the description box. Now, guys, I would like to share with you the smiling points of EduTap, that is our results. Guys, we have consistently produced highest result across RBI grade B, the NABARD grade A, as well as SEBI grade E. Guys, you can check out the strategies of these topper in our YouTube channel. Guys, now I would like to share with you the courses that we are offering at EduTap. We are offering a course in the RBI grade B, the NABARD grade A, as well as grade B, the SEBI grade A. We are also offering a course, guys, in the UPSC EPFO. For all the details regarding these courses, you can check out the link in the description box. You just have to click it. Guys, we are running heavy discounted on our courses for the RBI grade B 2020 course, and this particular course will be valid till 30th April 2021. So for this particular course, you can avail 30% discount. You just need to use the code WOW30. We are running heavy discount on SEBI grade A 2020 course as well, guys. You just need to use SEBI 50 code and you will get the 50% discount. So guys, these are our offering at the moment. Don't miss out the opportunity. Use it wisely. So guys, now it's time to start our video of the day, which is on the World Economic Outlook report. Guys, this is a very crucial report from our exam point of view. Every now and then a question has been asked in the phase 1 or the phase 2. So guys, this is the October edition and this report is published by International Monetary Fund, which is IMF. So we know that this particular report gives you an idea about the near as well as medium term projection regarding the economic growth in the global scenario as well as Indian scenario. So guys, that is about the introduction to the report. So we know that this report is released by IMF and it's a biannual report. So this is the introduction. Biannually means, guys, that this report comes twice a year. So IMF releases this report twice a year. And I already told you that it gives a near and medium term projection regarding the economic development across the globe as well as India. So coming to the key highlights of the report directly regarding the global scenario. So guys, if you check out this snippet, you can check out the world GDP growth rate was contracted in the current financial year due to the COVID situation all across the world, and it is expected to grow to 5.2% in the next financial year. So important highlight from our exam point of view. Now guys, if you check out this snippet for the current financial year, almost every country has shown a contraction in the GDP except one particular country, which is China. So a question can be asked on this fact that which of the following country or emerging countries across the world has shown the positive growth in terms of GDP when the rest of the world is showing contraction. So the answer is China. So the country responsible for the contraction of all other countries is experiencing expansion in GDP. So this is one important fact from the report. Now coming to the other facts, guys, that we can say the global growth is expected to gradually slow to about 3.5% in the medium term. So guys, अपने को यहाँ ज्यादा इमोशनल नहीं होना है because उन्होंने मीडियम टर्म की डेफिनेशन कुछ नहीं बताई है in this report. You can check out. So medium term we can refer it generally in the economy we refer a period from 3 to 7 years. Just I'm telling you that generally 3 to 7 year term is referred to as medium term, but in this particular report उन्होंने कोई clarity नहीं दी है regarding this medium term projection. So if a question can be asked, it will be asked accordingly. They will mention only the medium term projection. So according to that, the global growth is expected to slow down to 3.5%. So they are expecting this, okay, over a medium term. Then the global growth is assumed to be progressively decline from 3.7% in the year 2021 to 2.1% in the 2050. ज्यादा इमोशनल हो गए हैं, 2050 तक का प्रोजेक्शन दे रहे हैं. अब ये मीडियम टर्म कहां से होता है ये सोचना पड़ेगा भाई, बहुत इमोशनल हो रहे हैं ये लोग. So they are projecting that from the year 2021 the global growth rate will be slowed down from 3.7% to 2.1% by the year 2050. So guys, the gist of this fact is that over the period of time from 2021 to 2050, there will be a gradual slowdown in the overall world's GDP. Okay, and it will slow down from 3.7% to 2.1% by the year 2050. So ज़्यादा emotional नहीं होना है. Okay. Then China is the only country, I already shared this fact there with you, that China is the only country among the major economies to show a positive growth of 1.9%. You do not have to remember the growth of China. Only one cursory look is enough. You just remember the name of the country. Then guys, one very important fact from the report is that close to 90 million people could fall below $1.9 a day income threshold of extreme deprivation. This $1.9 is actually an international poverty line that has been decided by, let's wait. I will, if I tell you the answer right now, so because I have made a question on this, for a homework question on this, so let's wait for that. So guys, close to 90 million people will fall below the international poverty line due to the current COVID situation. So question can be asked in the phase 1 as well as phase 2. More chances that a question will be asked in the phase 1, that how many number of people, according to IMF, how many number of people will fall below the international poverty line of $1.9 a day in the current financial year? The answer is 90 million. So this is a very important fact from our exam point of view. Now guys, the report not only have given the economic projection, but it also given certain projection regarding the climate change. And according to that, we have taken one important fact which was there, that the significant CO2 emission contributors are China and India. You do not have to do much of the research, because guys, this is a more than 300-page report. So it's better to take out the important or relevant facts considering the pattern of our exam rather going into each and every details. Otherwise तुम भी कहोगे सर क्या कहानी बना रहे हो, हर रिपोर्ट में facts in facts. So we have chosen the important facts for our exam. So that was about the global scenario guys. Now coming to the important facts regarding the Indian scenario, or what are the highlights that have been given by this particular report in the Indian scenario. So Indian economy is projected to contract by 10.3%. So you can see for India, for the current financial year, the Indian economy is expected to contract by minus 10.3%, or contracted when you are saying contraction, so minus, and expected to grow by 8.8% in the next financial year. So a question can be asked in the phase 1, that according to the IMF, because it is the latest report of IMF, so according to the IMF World Economic Outlook report, the GDP growth rate for India in the financial year 2021 will be 8.8%, or they can ask on the current financial year as well. So both are important from our exam point of view. Now coming to the second point, I think we have already covered this point, 8.8%, and it is higher than their earlier projection of 6%. Earlier they have projected that India will grow by only 6% in the next financial year, but now they have revised it to 8.8%. So we need to refer the latest data. पुरानी रिपोर्ट का मतलब ही बनता है यार. For our exam, whatever the latest data, we need to refer only that. Now they have given certain additional facts which we need to refer, that consumer prices are expected to grow by 4.9% in the current financial year and 3.7% in the 2021. Then current account balance, I hope you understand what do you mean by current account balance. जिन्होंने नहीं पढ़ा है, they can refer the balance of payments. In this, there are two types of account. One is current account and other is the capital account. Under the capital, in balance of payment, what we are doing, we are just noting down the transactions that have been taking place between the countries. So one of the domain is current account, and current account includes the two types of transfers. One is visible. Under visible there is goods and services, and there is invisible section also. So better give a cursory look in what do you mean by current account balance. Okay, I have given you a small gist about this topic. Then the current account balance of India is projected to grow by 0.3% in the current financial year, and minus 0.9% contraction could be seen in the coming financial year. So guys, these are important highlights regarding India. Though chances are less that they will go up to this much depth in the phase 1, but yeah, question can be asked in the phase 2 on these particular facts. That according to IMF, what is the current account balance? So question can be framed in the phase 2. Very rare or rarest of the rare chance will be there that they will ask question on these two particular facts in the phase 1. Then they have also provided you certain information regarding the India and the climate change. So guys, if India take action regarding the climate change, and if India won't take action regarding the climate change, so according to that, the net gain from climate change mitigation related to inaction would be 60 to 80% of GDP by the year 2100. So what they are trying to say is that if India is putting a lot of effort in regard to the climate change mitigation. So that because India is one of the country that will face the highest burden of climate change. Okay. So whatever the efforts that India is trying to do, that will make a benefit of up to 60 to 80% of GDP by the year 2100. So guys, these are all the relevant facts regarding the India. So let's try to summarize what we have learned today. So guys, we have discussed the World Economic Outlook report, which was published by IMF, and this was the October edition. This report is published twice a year, and this is the latest edition of this particular report. Then there were certain key highlights regarding the global scenario as well as Indian scenario. In the global scenario, we have seen most of the countries have seen a decline in or the contraction in their GDP, except one country, which was China. Also guys, there was projections that regarding the global GDP, that it is expected to slow down over a period of time, and we need to remember all those facts that I have mentioned there. Then we have talked about the Indian scenario. Indian economy is contracted by minus 10.3% in the current financial year, and it is expected to grow by 8.8% in the next financial year. Then there were certain facts regarding the current account balance as well as consumer price. You need to refer those points only for the phase 2 point of view. Then there was additional fact regarding the climate change. So that fact is also important for the phase 1 as well as phase 2. So guys, that is the entire gist of this particular report. Now it's time to do some MCQs. So guys, the first question is about the report is published by, the answer is IMF. Then about the report, it is the World Economic Outlook report that gives the near as well as the medium term projection of economic developments. So this is about the report. Now coming to the third question, which is world's projected growth. So according to this report, there is a contraction in the world GDP by minus 4.4% in the current financial year, and expansion of 5.2% in the next financial year. So we have completed the first three questions. Coming to the fourth one, the country with only positive growth rate was China, with a growth rate of 1.9%. Then India's projected growth rate. This is a very important question from the phase 1 as well as phase 2 point of view. So the answer is minus 10.3 for the current financial year and 8.8 for the next financial year, and both the facts are important. Go guys, question can be asked on any of the fact for the current financial year as well as the next financial year. Then another important fact, which is the number of pupils to fall below international poverty line. The answer is 90 million. Then the net gains from climate change mitigation in regard to the inaction by the India will be 60 to 80% of the GDP by the year 2100. So guys, these are the important questions that can be framed, and moreover, all the facts that we have discussed in this report are important. Guys, what we have done, we have extracted the important points from this report. If you analyze the previous year papers, questions are similar like these kind of questions, and thing is, this is a 300-page report. So it won't be wise to go, or better keep the pattern of the exam in mind before extracting the important facts regarding the reports, and that's what we have done here for you. Now guys, I missed very important point while discussing the report. I deliberately omitted the name of the agency which has given this international poverty line. So international poverty line is of $1.9 a day. If anyone is earning below this, he will be considered as a poor. So which of the following agency has given this international poverty line? This is your homework question and you have to give the answer in the comment section. Guys, why I am giving you this a homework question? Because in that way, if you refer this, there will be some additional facts that will help you. For example, guys, this organization has further given the poverty lines like $1.91 a day for low income countries and almost I think 21 point something dollar or 24, you need to refer that 21 or 24 dollar a day for high income countries. So that facts are also important from our exam point of view, not only this report only, because the agency or the organization that has been asked in this question is directly mentioned in our syllabus. So that's why I want to refer this particular news from the internet and answer that in the comment section. To make the session more interactive, we are providing a homework question as well as we can say, but most important thing is please answer in the comment section so that we can know that more people are following, and we will try to incorporate more and more feedback from you in the coming videos. But how? First you have to answer in the comment section. So guys, that's all from my side. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, do subscribe to our channel, share it with your friends, and do give a thumbs up. I'm your Venterveer, now signing off.